And we are just going to go ahead and take it onto the mat right from the get-go tonight. And I wanted to share again the verse from the Bhagavad Gita that I included in this week's email. So as you come onto your back and settle in, we are very good at compartmentalizing, calling some things yoga and other things not yoga. Truth is, yoga is not so much what you do, but it is what you are, or what you are practicing to embrace. And that is what the verse 12:13 states. It says, the yogin is one who does not hold hatred for any being, is friendly and compassionate, is neither possessive nor selfish, and is equal in pleasure or pain, and is patient. And I feel these sattvic, these gentle qualities of ease, really embody the somatic practice. It is not a practice of grasping or forcing, but rather a practice of yielding and settling in to what is already there, ease. So removing what is preventing ease, but not in a hostile way. So as you start on your back, I always like just to check in and sensing what all is happening on the inside today. All my new cells that I talked about earlier, that we are constantly turning over cells, so that tomorrow we will no longer be who we are today, but yet we continue to hold steadfast that sense of who we are. Fascinating. Welcome, Noni. And we are starting just by checking in. Notice what is touching the floor. Are you listening maybe to one side? And in tonight's practice, we're going to work a lot with the pelvic area. That great big intersection, translating energy from legs to spine and spine to legs. Notice the sacrum, these 5 fused vertebrae that sits right into the pelvis. Are you laying even on the sacrum? And notice, are you orienting more towards the tailbone or towards the top of the sacrum? If you orient more towards the tailbone, you may find that you have an arch in your low back, a pronounced arch. And if you're orienting more towards the top, you may find that your low back is almost flat against the floor. I'm going to go ahead and bend up the knees for constructive rest position. Before we settle into the breath, I invite you to take your arms up towards the sky and let the shoulder blades spread a little bit. And then gently place the shoulder blades down towards the earth and then lift up again. Do this a couple of times. And sensing as you lift up, the shoulder blades leave the mat, and as you relax the arms down, the shoulder blades take their place on the mat again. We're going to let the shoulder blades come down. We're going to gently allow the elbows to come down. And we'll place the hands on the lower abdomen. As always, I invite you to practice closing your eyes so that there is no external disruption or distractions. Just just begin to settle into your breath, yielding to the breath. Observing where it may feel a little rough or restricted or blocked. These are just some words. There are many others that you could choose. You may also feel that your breath is free and open, that with each in-breath, you explore this vast spaciousness within. And as you exhale, you yield into that letting go. Observing, but without the grasping. Maybe a sense of the body breathing itself. Allow the abdomen to gently expand as you breathe in. Release on the out breath. We'll add pelvic contraction as you breathe out. It's a gentle contraction. As you inhale, letting that go. So a sense of the breath moving into the pelvis. As you contract the pelvic floor on the out breath, maybe invite the lower abdomen to hollow out a little bit. Not really moving the spine yet. But if it wants to move, just let it move with these gentle contractions. So not pushing or holding rigid against them. Contracting gently on the out breath. And allow the breath to breathe you on the in-breath. So yielding to the in-breath too. Sense of witnessing more than controlling. We're going to work with the concept of the pelvic clock tonight. Think of your belly button, 12 o'clock. Draw down towards the tailbone, 6 o'clock. 12 at the top, 6 at the tailbone. That means that 3 o'clock is the left hip, 9 o'clock is the right hip. We're going to begin to gentle move between 6 and 9 and 10. Here comes 12 o'clock. So as you inhale, begin to gently arch the back. And exhale, flattening. So tonight we're moving a little faster than we often do. But I invite you to slow the movement down. Sensing that rocking back and forth over the sacrum. You're yielding to the movement. And the out breath, we'll find the low back is depressed. And the in breath, the low back is right, raised up there. Are you rolling evenly on both sides of the sacrum? Or is there a tendency that you feel one side a little bit more acutely than the other? You're observing. Always move in a range that is easy, free of pain and strain. Back and forth. And after the next flattening, I'm going to return to neutral and just slowly slide the legs out long and pause. Pausing, sensing, and yielding to whatever is present. Breathing in and out. Then we'll bend the legs up again. So now I invite you to investigate just very slowly. Again, 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. And then come to the place right in the middle between the two endpoints. And I'm going to take a little time to sort of investigate that. Where is center? The center of the pelvic club. So allow your sacrum to rest at center. And then we'll begin to explore the side movement, 3 and 9 o'clock. So pressing down, so the right again for me would be 9 o'clock. And then letting that go. Pressing the left hip down and going right across. So not at a flattening or an arching, just staying right across center on the sacrum that you identify. Now explore as you go from side to side. What happens if you push the foot down opposite of the side you're going to? Does that produce more ease, less ease? Does it feel the same on each side? Is there tenderness? Can you back off? Yielding. This is one of the movements of walking. And when we enlist the foot You may find you can take a little bit bigger stride. Now notice what happens as you begin to let that vein, so you transfer the power now more towards your center. So the foot begins to quiet down. You may not be lifting as high, but you may get more core sensation. So this rocking gently from side to side. The psoas begins to really play along. Side to side. Does one side want to or feels more fluid? One side a little less fluid? Now study this movement with great curiosity. What happens if you put in less effort? Maybe slow it down. The retraining through yielding. How easy can you make this movement? How fluid? And then next time you come back through center, just let that go. And again, slide the legs out and rest. Breathing in and out. Is there any effort that you can let go of right now? Trusting that even if you let go, everything is going to be okay. You won't fall apart. We'll bend the legs up again. And then come to be, again, at that middle part of the sacrum. So neither overarching towards the tailbone or flattening towards the belly button. And then we'll explore the whole clock. So I invite you to inhale and go down to 6 o'clock and then begin to travel around the whole clock dial. The whole clock dial, traveling around. The element of the second chakra, the sacral chakra, is water. Fluidity. So as you move around the outer rim of the clock dial, can you sense, invite fluidity? It's a very sensuous movement. And this chakra is what governs our senses. Move at a pace that is comfortable. Yielding to the movement rather than conquering it. And as you explore each quadrant of your clock, Are there differences? What are these differences? Let's turn, move in the opposite direction. Again, gently tracing the outer rim of the clock. The slower you move, the more information may be available to you, and the more the invitation to yield. And just let there be a sense of the body really moving itself without shoulds or coulds or oughts. Yielding, allowing fluidity and grace. And then next time you return to 12, let's let that go. And again, slowly just slide the legs out. Breathing in and out. Sensing the breath in your lower abdomen, in your pelvis. What might have changed from when we started? And then slowly, without hurry, we'll bend the knees up again. Walk your left foot just a little off to the side. And then slowly and gently just allow the right leg to release down without moving the left at all. It just stays right where you left it. Right knee comes up, we'll cross over the midline, and then I'll just release down again. Very gentle movement, again, yielding, not forcing. Curiosity. Just gentle brush strokes. Notice how as the knee draws down and up, how you are shifting the weight to the pinky side of the foot and then traveling across to the big toe side. What happens if we combine this with breath and inhale down, exhale up? Was that helpful? The next time you come up, we'll switch to the other side. Walk the right foot a little to the right side, just so we have room for a little bit more internal rotation. And then without any expectations, we begin just to observe. Left knee. Gentle brushstroke, yielding, not forcing. What sensations are present? Does it feel smooth or choppy? What happens if we combine this with the breath? Maybe inhaling down. Now you could absolutely choose to exhale down. Finding the path of mobility that is easy because it's fluid and available. So we are helping the motor cortex see the hip so we can ask for the movement. And then next time you return up, we're going to let this go. Let's check in again. Pausing. I'm going on a teeny tiny little holiday. With no concerns of what's to come or regrets about what has passed. We'll bend up the knees again. Allow your arms to rest to the side, maybe slightly out from the shoulders. With the feet, it's a little bit wider than the hips. So we're going to play with this a little bit. And we know the washcloth, but this is going to be slightly different. You're going to initiate with the right knee going down. And then let the left follow. So they're a little bit on separate time. The left might initiate back up. And then let's go down to the right again. Right starts, left follows. The left initiates a return, the right follows. Moving again at a pace that's comfortable. Now begin to notice maybe how as your knees are moving, journeying down. What is happening in the spine? What's happening in the skull? Yielding to the movement, letting the head move along with ease. No, again, force or push. Exploring the movement. As you draw up, what happens if you invite the left hip to draw deep into the socket? Sense of cascading. And then next time you come up to center, pause. Pausing. Scan. Right side, left side. It is something very different. How did the brain incorporate that? We'll go to the left. Letting the left knee draw down. Right follows. So a little off, again, timing-wise, not at the same time. Leading, follow. Studying this side. The movement down. The movement up. Notice again the relationship between the sacrum and the cranium. So cranial sacral therapy is based on connecting these two end parts of the spine for fluid mobility. Are you yielding to the movement? How does this side feel comparatively to the first side? Again, playful, gentle curiosity. The sattvic qualities of the yoga. Next time you come up to center, pausing. Sensing the sacrum, your back body, the back of your head. And then we'll repeat, but now we'll take it from side to side. So initiating, right knee draws down, left follows, left pulls up, right follows, left continues all the way down. Moving fluidly, easily from side to side. Observing, yielding. Notice when old patterns tries to take over. I want to. Notice the sensation on your feet as they now are rocking from side to side. There's a lot of stuff going on. So you can choose any anchoring points. And hang out there. As you simply continue to yield, allow, exploring, movement. One more time. And as you come up to center, pausing. Let's slide the legs out. And again, notice. Notice the breath, your body's contact points. Notice what's holding on. And we'll bend the left leg up. And then slide the right heel towards the hip. Let's take the knee in. And then gently release the heel back down. We'll slide the leg out long. Reach out through the heel and the hip and then let it go. Take a full breath in and out. And repeat. Sliding the heel up. Draw the knee in. Release the heel down. And sliding it out long. Elongating through the heel, maybe the hip. To practice sensing, what does my body respond to in a positive or negative way? Let's repeat. Allow the leg to relax completely after the heel push. One more time. Let's slide the left leg out and just pause. Breathing into the lower abdomen, right side, left side again. Is there more ease on one side? Front and back. And we'll bend up the right leg. Then slowly slide the left heel in. Pull the knee into the chest. Releasing the heel down. And slide back out. Let go. Full breath in and out. And then on your own time, repeating, sliding the heel up. Knee to chest. Slowly release the foot down. Sliding it out. Letting go. Yielding. Fluid. Gentle. Fluid movement. Each one produces its own set of sensations, information. Do it one more time. And slide the right leg out. Pausing again. And then we'll do our fallen tree movement. Take the arms back up to the shoulder height. Let's roll the right leg in, rolling from the hip. Rolling it out. Let's do that again. Rolling in. Rolling out. We begin to slide the heel up. The knee is out to the side, hence the name of the fallen tree. We'll slide the leg back out long. Roll the whole leg into the midline. Rolling it out. Slide it up again, maybe a little bit higher. Sliding it back out. Roll. As you come up, maybe now it feels ready to begin to stand the knee up and dip it across. We'll release the knee back out to the side, sliding it back out. Rolling the leg in, rolling it out, sliding it out. And allow it to dip across, lifting the right hip, letting your head be completely passive. As you continue with these movements, yielding to the movement. Dipping across, returning out, sliding out long, rolling in, rolling out, sliding up, dipping across. One more time. And once the right leg is up, pausing. Notice your right leg, right hip, breath, back body. What's different? And then let's give the left side the same treatment. Let's roll the leg in, roll it out. Let's explore that. What's available with ease? Next time the toes are pointing out to the side, let me slide the heel up a little bit. And we'll take it back out. There's no hurry. I'm running myself right off my mat. Rolling the leg in, rolling out, sliding the heel up again. Rolling in and out, sliding up. And then beginning to consider standing the knee up and inviting it across The hip lifts. Maybe not a whole lot right out of the gate. Again, yield, not force. Let the movement build in their own time. Being curious about the movement. What is happening between the head and the sacrum? As you dip across, as you slide, what does the head want to do? What does it not want to do? There are holdings preventing the head from moving. Next time you slide the leg out, pause again. Take the arms down alongside the body. Assess. And we'll bend the knees back up again. And we'll do some little heel pushes. So this is a new movement. I am pressing my feet down and my fascia, my skin on my back body is rocking back and forth. Allow my head to rock. It may feel a little funky, but we again pondering that sacral cranial relationship. Can you let your head bop along? So gentle pushing with your feet so the whole torso rocks back and forth. And then from here, sliding the legs out again. And with as little effort as possible, I invite you to now roll over onto your stomach. Maybe take your right or left arm up overhead. You can roll over it. Whatever works best. Take the arms down alongside the body. Let the forehead rest on the mat or the blanket. And we're going to bookend it with Shalabhasana. So on an in-breath, I invite you to press the hips down, lift the head, the heart, the arms, and the legs. Consolidating everything towards the midline. And slowly release down.
Take a breath in and out. And we'll do that one more time. On the in-breath, lifting head, heart, hands, and legs. Hips pressing down. Everything to midline. And lowering down. And now let your legs relax. Maybe take your arms up for the head for crocodile pose. So we begin on the back. We'll end on the belly. Ending by breathing. Letting your whole body breathe in and out. And then we'll take our hands under the shoulders. And again, with as little effort as possible, gently pushing up. You might like to stretch back through a child's pose. And then we'll meet up seated. Take your time. Let's close with Om Shanti 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 Om. The mantra that embraces the sattvic qualities of ease in our world, in our lives, and in our heart space. Let's take a deep breath in. Om Shanti 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 Om. Thank you and namaste.